Welcome to Garden Grace. I'm Rebecca, and I wanted to just share, just like I always said, sometimes things are going to be messy, sometimes things are going to be on track. And this garden, it had such a beautiful spring. I mean, we had cooler temps, we had plentiful rain, sometimes too much, but plentiful rain. And it was just it just provided the environment for everything to be lush and beautiful. It felt like, oh, it's a fresh start, because again, after years of not doing any gardening, I actually wanted to get back into gardening. And so, oh my goodness, it was just like everything was falling into place. And then the high humidity and the heat hit, and things started changing, things I didn't expect. You'll see it in the yellowing leaves, the pests I am now battling, and the disease that's slowly spreading. Yeah, it it really took me back, because I'm just wondering, oh no, now what? But I just want you to know this, that gardens are just like life. They come with seasons. They come with seasons of struggle, right? Troubles brew, things are going to shift, and not everything is going to go as planned. Oh, yeah. But you know what matters most, y'all? It's who you turn to. And for me, it's turning to the Lord. And then how you choose to respond. So today, I'm walking you through what's going wrong and what I'm going to do about it, and how I'm choosing to grow through it all with grace and with faith, because not everything is going to work perfectly. And when you think everything's going well and then trouble pops up, you just start doubting, oh, I must not be able to do this, because this wouldn't be happening. And I want you to walk with me in this. I want you to know I've felt this way at times, and yet I get real determined. I say, no, I'm going to figure it out, because everything can be figured out. If you take the time, you have the perseverance, and you have the faith that you know that you can do it. Just like with my beans, they are actually, it could be a combination of things. You know, the too much, again, well, this leaf, I'm going to pull off these leaves that are not doing well. I'm going to do a whole video on taking care of this. However, I do have my copper fungicide. I'm going to treat with fish emulsion and some Epsom salt, and I'm going to put in a handful of my worm castings, because as I've mentioned, when you're growing in a GreenStalk or a contained space like this that's not out in a huge garden, I believe the nutrients, every time you're watering, the nutrients are sapping out of the soil. You know, sometimes things look fine at the start, and I was so excited, and then they still can take a turn. It doesn't mean that you have failed. I really express that in the biggest terms to you. It's not that you failed. It's just learning, and it's time to reassess and then respond and keep going. Next, I wanted to show you my next troubled area, troubles brewing. You know, I had the squirrels, and so I thought, fine, we'll put the netting over it. The squirrels won't get in it, and they have not. However, because of the way I've done my posts up here and the pointed end, because I thought, you know what, I don't want them to push a hole through the grow bag. However, look, yeah. And what has happened? Yep. The moths got in there, and they have laid some eggs. And so it's not the tomato hornworm, it's the tomato fruit worm. And I will be doing a video on that, showing you my tomatoes that they have destroyed. So I've got my plan in place that I'm going to start using that Bacillus thuringiensis, the BT, organic way of getting rid of the tomato fruit worms. You know, y'all, even when you protect something, it can still get affected, just like what happened with my tomato plants. And that's why staying watchful and present matters every day, morning and evening, just so that you're aware of what might be happening or what might need to be changed. And last but not least, or probably not even last, my Swiss chard. Oh my goodness. When I started seeing those bumps on there and those splotches, and I thought, what is happening? Because Swiss chard here in Arkansas, like even this one, see, that one looks good. There is this leaf that needs to be removed. And so what I have for that too is the copper fungicide that I'm going to spray on it. It again is something else that I wanted to stay on top of, because especially for my neighbor, because she loves coming to harvest it. And see, those look great. So let's take care of the ones that are struggling, because sometimes don't we all need a little bit of extra help when we're struggling? You don't just ignore things when they happen, throw up your hands and just say, oh, what's the point? I want you to be able to, because this has helped me, just step in with wisdom, do the research, say, wait a minute, what is happening? And again, it's how you respond to situations in your garden, just like in your life. If you respond with negativity and a victimhood, that's exactly what you're going to be seeing. So this is what grace in action can really look like. I don't share all of this with you because I have a perfect garden. I share it because I'm in it with you, learning, growing, adjusting. And when troubles brew in your garden or your life, I want you to remember that you don't have to do this alone. You don't have to handle things alone, because we really weren't meant to. So do it with me. Take a breath and take a step and just keep showing up. Grace is not about perfection. It's about presence and faith. Oh, y'all, faith is what lets us face any heat, any pest, any setback with the strength to keep growing. So, you know, thanks for spending time with me here in Garden Grace. And let's just keep walking this out together with God and with our faith and with grace. And so the next time I have another garden moment or tip, I'll be bringing it to you. And always remember to grow in grace. And I'll see you next time here. Bye, y'all.